There we go. Ahoy everyone and welcome aboard. I'll be your Captain Hillian today, along with...
Please, Mighty Lieutenant Drakir, at your service, and welcome back to...
Zenless Zone 0 for the 21st of the main story streams. Plus, like, 13 side quests, and 1 or 2 even among that, I believe. So, yeah. This is... It is already one of our longer running series, and I hope it didn't crash here.
Yeah, especially when you combine the side stories as well, so...
Okay, odds. The game has updated, so there's going to be a few differences. Mostly the new character, which, well, a bit fitting that there was an octopus on screen there for a bit, even if an animated one. Okay,
What is not animated in this game?
Good point. Okay, there we go. I thought for a second I'd have to cover up the partial account name again, but nope. Okay, let's see. Last time, yeah, we did some fucking Persona 5 bullshit, or rather Hugo did, by pulling a heist at an auction. Okay. Let's see. Meet Vivian in Blazewood. Alright, yeah, because Hugo went that way, apparently. Let's see. Thought there would be a bit more of a pop-up of what is new and such.
I did not expect to see Poltra there.
Yeah, you can set up to 5 of these to be rotated through at random.
Okay.
And yeah, you get these when you hit max strength with an agent. And well, I have it with basically all of the characters except for Yanagi that I have at the moment, of course. Don't have it with all the characters, so I don't have it with all of them. Okay, and this is the new Yidari. Yeah, this is one that's Knight said he would been looking forward to, huh? Oh, and we've got the returning kitty, you Fufu.
I think I prefer Tiger.
Yeah, but let's be honest. First impression, kitty. Okay, got plenty of those to pull, but for now, let's just get the store open because I keep forgetting it so many times.
Yeah, and also, before I forget... For context, people, we've been having a lot of delays during Spooktober and had to cancel 2 even within streams due to
Just circumstances.
things. And just before stream, the captain said, we are ready for stream, but they need to go away to buy milk.
But it was 45 minutes ahead of time, so plenty of time.
Oh, Captain, think of it. You need to go buy milk. Think for a moment. Within tropes.
Isn't it typically that they are supposed to go buy cigarettes or something? But
milk
yeah,
is
that
also
is
one of those.
That's become the more acceptable version for the deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can guess how nervous I got when I saw that. I feel like, oh bloody heck, are they trying to give me a heart attack, or is something gonna happen because they said that?
No, there was something that happened earlier in the neighborhood or something. I don't know specifics, but the ambulance got involved. No sirens though, so nothing too important. But yeah, before we continue on from this, we do have a few more characters who can run who can promote the store here. So let's have a look at Evelyn's professional manager. Evelyn stood in a prominent spot inside the store, using a calm and efficient tone to briefly introduce the key plot points to customers. The customers, as if under a spell, didn't hesitate for a moment and made a beeline for the counter. With such eloquence, she could probably recommend anything, right? Especially movies starring Astra, whose rental frequency increased by a staggering 10 times, of course. Of course, Evelyn is going to promote her totally not girlfriend work. Okay.
Oh dear gods. Also,
Let's go meet up.
We're gonna try, I repeat, try to do a catch-up stream on possibly Sunday of Evil Within.
Yeah. Or... yeah, Friday's still mostly taken and such. But yeah, likely Sunday, so there isn't too much stream time on a single day. Since we'll already be going for 5 hours there. Okay, did not expect to run into... Well, Anby I could have seen happen, but not in that outfit, but certainly not Trigger here. Is this the right... Yeah, we are still in action, so what are you two doing here?
Proxy, you're here too.
I didn't expect to run into you here.
What are you two doing here? And still in that outfit, Ambi? I'm here to investigate that incident.
You recall the incident you experienced with Ambi and Trigger. The relevant details have been recorded as tapes and logged into the video archive. If you have time, you should go and refresh your memories with them. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, kicks you towards their agent stories.
I've recently dug up some clues about the person behind the operation, but my key contact is ultra cautious and keeps demanding me to prove my identity.
Okay, we did bring up that... Not sure if I brought this up on stream, but... Yeah, the... Twiggy sponsor is still out there somewhere.
So, to gain her trust, I decided to meet her dressed like this. Now that everything is completely finished, this uniform doesn't really represent anything in particular. For me, it's just another outfit now. We all have to move on someday.
Probably for the best.
I'm helping her. I want to make sure whoever's behind all this is caught. Ah, and who's this young lady?
Hello, Vivian.
Her name's Vivian. She's my friend. We're here investigating a few things ourselves.
Ambi, one of the Cunning Hair's most powerful members. And Trigger, an Opal Squad sniper. It's an honor to make your acquaintance.
You know us?
Looks like someone's done our homework. Is it because of the proxy?
You two are practically celebrities. And because of my work, I've got loads of info when it comes to anyone with a name around New Eridu.
I see. Seems you're handling your work well.
She's basically sort of like an info broker, but she acts as an agent as well.
Let's prepare to enter the hall.
Or,
Unless you have any further questions, we'll be taking our leave now.
Maybe not so much info broker, like Shepard and such, but more intelligence gathering.
Yeah, also, I really like
You're
the voice
going
acting
into
of
a hall?
Vivian.
Proxy.
Yeah, she does
you
well.
plan on going in like that?
Alright, yeah, these two haven't been updated yet.
Yeah, that's right. I've recovered quite a bit lately, so I don't need any protective equipment in the hollows.
You shoot a wink at Ambi and Trigger, who both notice your signal and don't ask any more questions. Right at that moment, Pardon? Ugh. Right at that moment, a rather familiar-looking lady appears. Wait, is it? You again.
Aren't you that lady from before at the auction?
Hello. I didn't expect to see you again, young lady.
Okay, oop. Okay.
Vivian, are you alright? You look depressed. What's wrong, Vivian? Are you feeling okay?
It's nothing. I just drifted off for a moment there.
Wait, did she actually... I'm presuming if she actually broke out crying there, they would have mentioned that, but did that just happen in her mind for a second? It was significant enough to get its own animation. Huh.
So then, what are you doing here?
Don't worry. I'm not here to scam you. I'm waiting to meet someone.
Somewhere on the outskirts of Blazewood, Pulchra's ear perk up at the sound of scam, and she goes into hiding.
Don't tell me. You're my contact for intel?
That's me. Ambi from Silver Squad, I presume? Pleasure to meet you. Alright. I'm going to exchange some information with Miss Ambi here. So if you'll excuse me.
There is definitely more about Miss Sienna here than, well, her more plain model would suggest. Sienna steps to the side with Ambi as they discuss something. Meanwhile, you look at Vivian with some concern.
You're not looking so good. Everything okay?
I can tell you later, but not right now.
Okay, that's all the information I got for you. In return, I want you to do something for me. Take me into the Hollow. I left something very valuable inside. I have to find it.
Seeing as we were just about to go in ourselves, why not join us?
Wait, is she after the cape or the core as well?
It's fine by me. But didn't you say you were investigating something?
It's fine. There's no rush. Right, Master Proxy.
Huh? Yeah. There really is no rush. Sure, let's all go together.
I get the feeling both of these cases are going to turn out to be one case, huh?
It'll be safer with more people, and we'll find your missing item more quickly.
Thank you.
Okay.
I really like Vivian's voice acting. Is there a kind I don't hear too often done well? Is either for the more calm and informative, or the ones that talk like they're more rather too posh?
Yeah, this is a fine line to walk.
Yeah, this is kinda... Yeah, a good line, and actually enjoyable to listen to.
Yeah, there's definitely more to her than her cold exterior. I thought you didn't really like her. Proxy, you believe in fate? I don't. I see. It sounds like just like something you would say. Proxy, actually... No, it's nothing. Let's hurry and head into the Hollow. Yeah, there is definitely more going on here.
Yeah, my glasses. Sometimes just blowing your glasses, blowing with air, helps, but some things just don't want to fly off.
Yeah.
This is annoying. And then you just end up blowing so much that you end up accidentally spitting on them. It's like, what am I trying to avoid? You've been there, right?
So, what is it that you all plan to do here?
We are here to look for something too. Something extremely important. New Eridu's future may well depend on it.
Nah, I just stick to cleaning with the cloths and such. Okay. Yep. Okay, did not notice these spawning in, but Ambi of course did. Trigger. Thank you.
Adjusting for wind.
Right on cue. Stop.
And back to trigger.
Roger.
And back to Ambi. And there we go yet again.
Now it's my turn to ask questions. What exactly is it that you're investigating?
Since you're familiar with the name Silver, then you should know that it shouldn't exist anymore. What I'm investigating has something to do with it.
Okay, just making extra sure that I'm not accidentally skipping anything. Hello there with the heavy ordnance.
Yeah, it's a good thing to try to do, but we have accidentally skipped some things by accident.
Yep, nope. I got a big bot.
Move behind me.
Okay.
The target's weary.
Copy.
What you deserve.
Proxy, let's use that fissure to head to the next location.
Okay, this way. Yep, there we go. And in we go. Yeah. On the one hand, I want to speculate as to what the hell is going on with Sienna, Hugo, and everything
This is the
else.
place.
But on the other hand, I don't have enough solid material to make anything that isn't just the base conjecture.
What is it that you're looking for?
A ring. I was excavating ether here before and accidentally lost it somewhere. Please, could you all help me find it? It has to be somewhere among all this stuff here.
Sure, I'll start looking.
I'll go with you.
I'll stay here with her then.
Yeah, she's not trusting her.
Thanks, but you don't have to worry about me. Go ahead and accompany the others. I'm sure it'll be faster that way. And sorry for wasting your time like this. I know it might sound strange, but I'll be so happy if my daughter grows up to be capable like you.
You remember the legendary artist mentioned by the host during the previous auction? Unrecognized during his lifetime, his works were discovered by art collectors after his death and became hugely popular. Sounds like quite a nice story, right? In reality, these art collectors are to blame for his death. Those pompous big shots discovered his talent and even wanted him to craft forgeries of famous works. Someone as proud as him would never agree to such a thing. Not only did he refuse, he also wanted to expose their schemes. And some days later, he suddenly took his own life. I knew him. He would never do something like that. Those big shots silenced him. How do you know all of this? Because that legendary artist was my husband, Mira's father. Called it. My condolences. Thank you, but I might not need it anymore. So who exactly are those big shots you're talking about? Given the circumstances, it's fine to tell you. It's the Ravenlock family. The matter I just discussed with Miss Ambi is also related to them. Hello? Yep. The collectible you asked me to bid on earlier, I should probably return it to you. Don't worry about it. But isn't it your husband's final work? It's fine. Our bond doesn't rely on any keepsakes. And I don't need those to remember him. It's much better off in your hands than someone like Hartman's. Proxy, may I speak with Miss Sienna alone for a moment? Of course. Vivian and Sienna step aside and discuss something in private. Alright, regarding the matter of finding the ring, I'm entrusting it to you. It's my wedding ring. I would be extremely, extremely grateful to you. Okay, maybe I'm going to sound like a dick here, but I still don't fully trust her. I get the feeling she may have been used to lure us out here. You find some food left in the hollow for unknown reasons. Clearly, there's no sign of the ring Sienna is looking for among these items. Roxy, if you're hungry, I've brought some food with me. Thanks, I'm not hungry. Okay, you can't eat those even if you're starving.
There's leftover food here. I don't want to imagine what's inside the bag.
Yeah, I
Neither
don't...
do I.
Since we already know what ether can do to living creatures and such, I do not want to know what ether mold is like.
But we also know what it can do to mechanical things as well, so...
Yeah. Yoink. Okay. You find a plush toy. After squeezing and eating it thoroughly, you realize it doesn't have what you're looking for. No one would hide a ring inside the stuffing of a plush toy, right? Don't worry, there's nothing inside. And we're gone through it.
A toy that seems emotionally stable. There shouldn't be a ring hidden in it.
Wait, what?
Can you
Pretty cute.
Can she see through it somehow?
Oh, so you're not gonna grab the box?
I already emptied it.
Oh.
There's one down there, though, so we'll be heading down there eventually. You find a lunchbox. After bracing yourself, you crack it open and peek inside. Whether lucky or unlucky, the box is empty. No one would put a ring in a lunchbox. It would spoil the taste. Is that the main concern?
It's a fancy lunchbox?
I wonder if its owner is safe and sound.
Probably not. Then again, the outer ring hollows are more generally frequented than the new Eridu ones, I believe. You find some scattered oil barrels. After careful searching, you find nothing resembling the ring inside them. Does Sienna actually want to find this so-called ring? What do you mean? She said she's looking for the wedding ring, but she also said she doesn't need any objects to remember her husband. We've been searching here for so long and found nothing at all. And she didn't care to have the artwork returned to her, so she doesn't seem to be doing this for money either. Which just strengthens my suspicion that she lured us into a trap for this, or a distraction. Maybe the ring never existed in the first place. It was just an excuse. Let's go back. Oh.
What's wrong, Vivian? You seemed worried for a while now.
Leave it to me, Andy.
I'm worried about Sienna.
Her location should still be safe. Mind the blind.
I hope so.
Okay, was there a line from Ambi there that played between, or...
Yeah, I think
okay,
so.
I just never heard that one before.
Could the ring be in that gas tank?
Good thing this gas tank is empty.
Yeah. So much for it being safe, huh? By the time you return, you discover Sienna with her eyes closed peacefully.
Her vital signs are gone.
What happened?
I guess this was her final scan.
Oh.
Shortly before,
There's one something I must remind you. Your time is running out.
I'm not sure how you can tell, but you're right. I'm going to die in here. That's my plan. I'm very sick and don't have much longer. If I try to get treatment, it'll just be a burden on my daughter. So I scam my way through a bunch of physical exams and managed to take out a hollow corruption policy through Ravenlock Insurance. Once some time has passed, could you please take my corrupted body out of the hollow? That will secure a generous compensation package for my daughter. It's only what the Ravenlocks owe me. A pity, yes. But it's the only way I can squeeze it out of them.
What makes you think that will help you?
I just trust you will. I'm just awfully sorry you had to get involved in this. But it's something I must do. I have to leave something behind for my girl. I have to give her a chance at life. If it's okay, could you also please pass a message to Mira for me? Tell her, don't worry. Even if Mommy's body is corrupted, withers away, and turns to dust, my love for you will always be there. Thank you. You're a good kid.
You saw this coming, didn't you, Vivian? That's why she started crying. She has some sort of limited precognition or something, maybe. And yeah, she was just playing along. After saying this, Vivian falls silent for a moment.
She was betting that we'd help her.
So, you were aware of this the whole time?
Yes. Because I saw it.
Vivian falls silent for a moment, as if recalling the memory of back when she shed tears in front of Sienna. Okay, so she did actually cry, and it wasn't just in her mind or something. It's a bit odd that no one just asked, why are you crying all of a sudden?
You might not believe me, but I've had this ability to see the future since I was a little girl. But the things I see are always something bad. Plagues, deaths, disasters. That's all I've ever been able to see.
It's all that kid's fault!
She's seriously jinxed.
I always try to avoid her. Otherwise, she'll say something rotten that ends up coming true again.
Prophecies, she says. Like she's not the one bringing the bad luck upon us.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. Sorry. I'm sorry.
What good is saying you're sorry? Things like this keep happening every time you open your mouth!
How unlucky. She shouldn't be here. Nobody wants her around.
If only she would just disappear.
And if she didn't say anything, they'd say, why didn't you warn us?
I just wanted to warn you all. I'm sorry.
After recounting the stories of her past, Vivian stays silent for a long time, as if struggling to break free from the shackles of those dark memories.
Every time. Every time it's the same. In the end, there's nothing I can change. Sometimes I even wonder whether it's me predicting these things. Or if my very existence is manifesting these calamities.
Vivian, it's not your fault. You were just trying to be kind, and warn them about impending disasters.
I can tell it's never been easy for you.
Thank you. No matter what, I just hope she finally gets to rest in peace. I hope no misfortune, whether I foresee it or not, ever happens to anyone.
Yeah, other people's inability to accept reality is not your fault, Vivian. So, Miss Vivian, do you always cry when you have a prophecy? Yes. Every time a prophecy appears, I can't help but shed tears. I used to wonder if I could just hold back my tears, then maybe these bad things wouldn't happen. But I just can't do it. No matter how hard I try, I just can't. You're being too hard on yourself. Vivian falls silent for a moment, seemingly unwilling to continue the topic. Sienna said that the compensation from the Ravenlock's family hollow corruption insurance is enough to settle her daughter Mira for life. Though it's hard to imagine a notoriously stingy Hartman engaging in such a money-losing business. Maybe he wants to improve his reputation. There was something about some sort of insurance fraud thing that we overheard while we were tailing him, I think. So, wait, could that be... I thought it would be more like a construction thing or such, but if they're scamming with life insurance stuff... Ugh. Yeah, I think so too. Actually, there have been rumors that the Ravenlock family had fallen out of favor with Tops for a while now. And that's why they're becoming so desperate, afraid of being abandoned by the mighty Tops. Yeah, my idea is that the Ravenlocks are trying to, or at least the head of them, is looking to topple Tops out of spite or vengeance or whatever self-important reason. Sienna is actually a skilled intelligence broker. She retired from the business a while ago. And you see, no wonder she was able to gather classified information. She said she tried many ways, but everything was useless against the untouchable Ravenlock family. She still couldn't avenge her lover. But I believe everything she did was meaningful. The same goes for you, Miss Vivian. Everyone, it seems there are Ethereals nearby. It's not safe to linger. Let's keep moving forward. We'll have to come back for her body later.
Roxy, do you believe that the future can be changed?
Whoa, that's kind of an out-of-the-blue question.
In my memories, this has happened countless times already. Why can I only see these misfortunes? Why can't I even have a sliver of happiness?
Yeah, getting into some heavy topics today again, huh?
Yeah.
Good. I've said it a few times, off and on screen, I believe.
The treasure that we're looking for is up ahead.
But as colorful as this game is, it does hide a very dark underbelly, huh?
Oh dear.
Oh, here again. Bring out the mechs now, huh?
Ether vision activate. Quick shot.
I was just ask something, but I think I'd rather wait to ask it when you're not in combat.
Yeah, so I can fully focus. There.
Now you pay. Hit one back down.
Probably should have saved that for, well, when it was stunned, but oh well.
I think it's about time.
We should take that lady out of the hollow. You guys go on.
Thank you.
She gave us the intel we needed, so this is the least we could do. I hope everything else goes well for you.
Trigger and Ambi leave.
Master Proxy, is there anything you'd like to know? You can just ask.
I'm curious about your story, Vivian. But we can talk more once you feel ready. Don't worry, I can wait.
You're the first person to ever say that to me. I'd be happy to share my story with you. These premonitions I see are not within my control, and they always come to me in a flash, like a flood of images in my mind.
Like a sort of seizure or something, though not enough to, well, bring her down.
Most of the time, I see death, disease, accidents, and disasters. Of course, there are also some non-fatal mutilations. But every time, without exception, they end up happening. And I can never prevent or change them. That's all I have to say about it. If that offends Master Proxy and you don't want to hang out with me anymore, then I can understand.
Why would I be offended? That's just who you are, Vivian. Besides, we're friends.
Then again, Belle makes friends very quick, huh?
I've always considered this ability as a curse.
Half joking here, but probably like 60 to 75% of everyone on 6th Street, everyone, as in everyone who lives there and such, or just passes through, probably falls within Belle's circle of friends. Though at that point it's probably more like an amphitheater of friends.
It's not a curse. If anything, I think you've been given a gift.
Thank you. Really. Well, it's getting late. Bringer's belongings ought to be around here somewhere. Let's take a closer look.
Yeah, we lost... Yeah, I'd forgotten this from last time, but yeah, we lost Hugo's trail. So we were on the trail of Bringer's items. And yeah, we discovered that he wasn't swapped out, he wasn't changed, but he was converted by witnessing, well, something that healed him.
To the previous clues, what Bringer left behind is hidden inside a vending machine.
Gotta say, I do like the looks of the vehicles around here, blocky as they may be in some bits. Okay. Okay, machine, spill the tea about Bringer. Because it's a tea vending machine. Found it, the vending machine. Bringer's belongings are probably stashed away in there. Why the vending machine? That's the intelligence I got. Maybe Bringer thought this was a good spot? Anyway, let's look around first. You search the vending machine up and down, but find nothing.
Looks like it isn't in here.
Okay, another one then. Then again, I'm pretty sure if someone were to get into the hollow here and find a vending machine, they'd probably at the absolute least be tempted to check.
It might be the one we're looking for.
Even if out of sheer desperation that there might be something, some food in there that isn't corrupted. Herbal tonic. Quingy would like this probably. I knew it. There must be other vending machines nearby. And this should be the one. Bringer's belongings. What could they be? You search the vending machine in front of you thoroughly? Still nothing.
Strange. There's nothing in here.
So... either someone got here before us, or Vivian's intel is off. Which, well, that's
This
also
vending
always a
machine
chance.
looks a little suspicious too. I have.
Yep. Too early. Proxy, I have a feeling. Bringing's belongings are definitely inside this vending machine in front of us. But... chewy coffee? Okay, I guess that could be like... coffee-flavored taffy or something?
It's probably that.
Is this your prophecy? No, I've never predicted anything good. Anyway, let's search it thoroughly. You carefully search the vending machine and still find nothing. Just as you were about to give up, you kicked the vending machine by accident. Where a drink would normally roll out, a worn-out notebook appears instead. This is what we've been looking for. Well, Master Proxy, so this is how it's done? You're leagues ahead of professional intelligence brokers. Okay. Oh, hello, Hugo. Okay, Bringer's notebook, old and worn looking. It seems to have a lot of locations of interest marked down. Now the question I have for Hugo is this a chance encounter? Or was he after this as well? Or following us?
This is it. This notebook is what Bringer left behind.
Then again, the only one so far who's been able to sneak up on Anby was Rena. And that's because she floats, so she doesn't leave. She doesn't make footsteps.
But I don't know what these markings on it mean.
You and Vivian flips through Bringer's notebook together, ignoring the surrounding danger for some time, until the shriek of an ethereal suddenly rings out nearby. However, a moment later, a strange yet familiar figure materializes to block the ethereal, disposing of it with ease.
Well, hello, Master Proxy. It's been a while.
Okay, honestly speaking, this would have been more of a surprise if they hadn't shown that little cutscene.
Oh, don't give me that scandalized look. I did just save your lives.
I would have protected the proxy even if you hadn't appeared.
I'm sure of it, but I happen to be in the area. Worry not, dear companion. I have complete confidence in your strength.
Hang on, did you say companion? So you two know each other.
Apologies. I didn't have a chance to mention it before. I'm actually part of the Phantom Thief Syndicate, Mockingbird.
That's right. I was only able to slip in during the auction thanks to some help from Vivian backstage.
So, the whole time, you were only bidding on the collection so you could get backstage and mess with things?
I warned you before. You can't rely on appearances.
Then again, these two do share a lot of color scheme together, leading towards the purples and whites. Though, with Hugo, it's more the inner, not so much white as more like, I'm not even sure what to call that shade of blue.
Don't worry, Master Proxy. We don't have any ulterior motives here. As you've probably heard, Mockingbird is a renowned Phantom Thieves syndicate in New Eridu that, despite its longevity, has managed to maintain the secrecy of its members' identities to this day. So, disclosing our identities to you is essentially the highest sign of good faith that a Mockingbird Phantom Thief can show.
But Lycon said that you're very dangerous and we should be careful.
Then I imagine he's also told you about some of our past. And I'm sure you know that in a complex situation like ours, you shouldn't listen to either side over the other.
It depends on if both sides have proven themselves to be trustworthy, and well, we trust Lycon. Guess we mostly trust Vivian, but Hugo is still a 50-50 on that, huh?
Mockingbird's purpose is very simple, really. To form long-standing and cooperative relationships with outstanding proxies, like yourself.
We need your abilities.
Before you make any decisions, please allow me to briefly explain the concept behind the Mockingbird Syndicate. We all know there isn't anything in this world that's fair. A prime example being the uneven distribution of wealth. People from tops splurge on luxurious collectibles, while the poor have to gamble with their own lives just to get by. Of course, besides wealth, there's also an unequal distribution in this world of happiness and suffering, hope and despair, love and hate. It's all just so unfair. Somebody has to do something to tilt the balance of the scales. And thus Mockingbird was born. We take from those who have far more than they deserve and give it to those who deserve to have more.
Very Robin Hood. But who have you been giving to, then?
If you ask me, that's enough to be considered a form of justice.
You do have a point. I can agree with that.
Yeah, we're lacking the details of how exactly he is redistributing things, of course, though. And, well, we know from Lycon that Hugo's hands here aren't exactly clean.
Thank you. I knew if anyone, you'd understand. However, aside from these philosophical considerations, we also have a crisis on our hands to deal with. As you know, the Exaltists are plotting to use the power of sacrifice to launch an attack on all of New Eridu. We can provide you with all the latest intel, just like that notebook you found. Something those pompous housekeepers would never be willing to do.
Okay, honestly speaking, they would. If they were here helping us with this, they definitely would let us go through it as well.
And the most crucial part of this whole game, the sacrifice core, is currently in my possession. I think that makes this a highly competitive deal. We share the same goal for the moment, stopping the impending disaster from playing out.
I need some time to think about it.
How about this? If you still have misgivings about our upcoming cooperation, then why don't you bring Lycon along with you?
Okay, good point, but 100% you two would come to blows again.
He's got the support of the mayor's office behind him, and his presence alone is enough to keep me in check. That would put you more at ease, right? Of course, you're welcome to bring some other friends along, provided they aren't from public security or HSO.
And here I was just thinking about bringing Miyabi.
Well, if you're willing to let my friends come along, then you've got a deal.
Great. It's a deal. By the way, Proxy, this is for you.
Fancy collectible. A collectible gifted by Vivian. It looks like an expensive and exquisite piece of art, but it seems hollow inside. Might that mess with its value? This is definitely holding something.
Consider it a souvenir commemorating our first time working together.
For now, we'll carefully look through the contents of that notebook. I'll contact you if anything comes up.
Okay. Yeah, we couldn't make we couldn't make out anything with that. But yeah, we'll have to see what they find with it. Though, yeah, honestly speaking, if we were doing this with Victoria Housekeeping, they would fully cooperate with us as well. Unless the mayor would specifically order them not to, which I don't think they would. Also, slapping a bot. There we go, fuck off. Go ahead.
Yeah, like, Hugo says a lot of good things, but he has proven that he is willing to go a bit too far for those ideals. A bit too eagerly.
He may be pretty chill, or seem rather chill, but we've also heard and seen that he can be unstable. Let's see. After leaving the Hollow, Hugo and the others return to the video store. Oh, something I also just realized, and something that may have been feeding into some of the complaints from players. Without using EOS, we're basically cut off from Fairy. So that's that may be a bit of a problem.
Unless I have access in another way? But yeah.
I think their main point of interaction is through EOS. They can still interact with electronic objects throughout the place, but I think in the Hollows that's going to be a lot harder, with EOS having basically been serving as a sort of anchor for that, for them to act through.
Yeah. Also, before I forget, should we try to start tomorrow's stream 1 hour early? Like we do with Zenless?
We can give it a shot. It's not my turn to cook then, but maybe I can convince everyone to have dinner earlier. Also, for those curious, chili is what I made.
Which kind of chili?
Let's see, what? Just minced meat with chili con carne mix in it and such for burritos.
I was fearing you would say that. We will quarantine your room later. Oh wait, that would probably kill you.
But yeah, maybe I'm just cheap with food taste and such. But yeah, as long you can go with cheap ingredients, as long as you don't cheap out on the spices and such. Because that's typically where most taste comes from. The rest is mostly texture.
Yeah, no, that means you should probably be okay with eating escargot. But that's the same thing.
Yeah, I've gone off on that multiple times already.
Yeah, but let's be honest. If you're forced to eat snail and bugs,
you're spicing the fuck out of that.
Yeah, you would at least try to do something about it. Like, sure, they're edible, but you would at least want to make them as tasty as possible with what you have. At least try to.
Since we're already at the video store, should we ask Master Proxy to recommend some films? My apologies, everyone, but I need to take my leave and go take care of my art gallery now. So you actually own a gallery? I also need a convenient social identity for various reasons. The title of gallery owner works quite well. Alright, I'll stay with Master Proxy for a bit longer. But Hugo, you've been oddly busy lately. You're not hiding something from me, are you? Well... shortly before, again. Nope. Really? The sepia tone? Intermediary Casey? Okay, getting a bit of a LA Noire vibe.
Yeah. have a good description of Hugo. His goals are noble, but some of his methods is too far to achieve those goals. Like, he's a bit too bloodthirsty and angry.
Unless we're missing context on that case. And for now, let's talk with Casey. Well, if it isn't our dear collector, Mr. Hugo. Long time no see. I assume you finished the task I asked you to do, yes? Done as promised. I've already found buyers for the goods you gave me. No shortage of big names among them. Of course, I've also recommended your gallery to them as instructed and spread the word about it in the circle. But getting rid of all this exquisite stuff so suddenly, you're not in trouble, are you? If you have funding issues, I'm also your guy. I've got friends who offer loan services. Thank you for your concern, but my cash flow is very healthy and I have more than just you as my middleman. In essence, I'm just looking to boost my gallery's reputation in the scene. I see. Those rare pieces in your collection definitely caught a few eyes. I'm sure they're all looking forward to collaborating with you. Thank you for the kind words. Alright, it's getting late. I should head off now. See you next time. Now, time to find that guy.
Yeah.
I remember him mentioning that he would dress up in something more presentable this time. Okay, that makes me question what they were dressed up in last time. And I get the feeling they're not going to be presentable anyways.
Yeah, and I suspect Hugo does not like loan sharks.
Yeah.
And no one does.
Yep.
Also gonna throw some food to the toaster this time.
Okay. Okay, find the well-dressed informant.
Oh wait, I found him. Right next to me.
I'm guessing it's going to be this guy. You are? When the musician's third string breaks, the gatekeeper whispers to me, in which hand hides the coin for the underworld ferryman? Are you okay? It links that way. What a shame. Such a handsome fella, but... Sorry, my mistake. Okay, if you're going to use code words, use something that at least sounds plausible. Like, sir, could you point me to this and that? And then the reply should be, yes, but such and such. Yes? Are you still LARPing at your age? I thought only people my age would like it. Sorry, my mistake. The left hand holds death, the right hand holds deception, but the raven has already flown away with the answer. Ugh, I can't get over the embarrassment every time I say this. Now, do you remember No One Lives Forever?
I'm back, and yes, I do.
Do you remember the mission there with the embarrassing passwords or code phrases?
I actually forgot much of those.
But yeah, just for anyone who hasn't seen that game, seriously, I would suggest getting it. It probably goes on sale reasonably. Actually, I've heard words that Night Dive, or one of the other studios that has been remaking or re-releasing old games recently, I heard they may have gotten their hands on the license for No One Lives Forever, so I'm thinking next year we may see a remaster of that.
Yeah, we still have a little remaster you need to play, like Soul Reaver.
Yep. There's also the Tomb Raider ones that I'm actually somewhat interested in. They're currently 50% off about. I may actually get it, but I'll have to check my funds.
Wait, more remakes?
Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, and now there's also 4, 5, and 6.
Have you
bundled
played
in
some of them?
trilogies. The original